Figure I'd walk into camera and sit down for dramatic effect. So, I guess the title kind of gives this away. When it rains, it pours. And let's be real, things all aren't that bad for me. So, wanted to kind of talk about mental state a little bit and be real in a separate, like its own video than like kind of weekly videos that I kind of sometimes hint at some of this. So, my off season so far has gone well. Last year, it was going amazing until March 20th, and I ended up with that nerve damage in my left quad. Or really, that's this year, but last off season really was going phenomenal. And right now, it's not going that bad, but I would argue I'm a competitive person, competitive with myself. It's not gone the way I would hoped. It's not been perfect by any means. It's not been, it's mentally been very difficult for me. Lately, I've struggled back and forth. So by all means, I personally I love training. I feel better when I train, literally like every day. I feel better if I do something. Like body just feels better, mental clarity feels better. And I'd say really probably over the past month, I have had more complete days off than I've had in a long time. And it's hard for me to come to terms with that. That's okay. It's fine. It's okay. You have to have rest days. But I look at pushing the needle further. I do in my head realize that there is, and I feel like more now than I've ever realized I'm 34, almost 35, that there is a gas tank with what I do. There is an end in sight. Don't know when that's going to be. Don't hope it's any soon. But I realize that it might be in my head, maybe 40-ish. Kind of a goal right now. Is keep the foot on the gas till I'm about 40 and then change some gears and have some different goals in mind. But with that thought, like right now, also, I wish and want to be better than I am right now. And this offseason hasn't been perfect for it. And that's real. It is real. It's hard for me to come to terms with. And I get frustrated with the days off and get frustrated with the improvement not in the places I want to see it. It's hard to argue. My front squat strength has come up a lot. My Olympic lifts are going well. I've not thrown as much as I want to be honest. There's days that, honestly, I am a prima donna when it comes to throwing. I like good weather. And guys have it a lot worse than me. My man Danny Autry's up there in the snow in Alaska. And I'm complaining about a little rain. And today it was kind of cold. Let's be real, today it's kind of cold. But your off season also is about getting better. And right now my quad is still struggling to come around. It's gotten better, but it's still not there. And that's mentally still messing with me a little bit. But the other thing is your off season is about healing injuries. And so when it rains, it pours. I'm more injured. Self-diagnosed. I now probably have a little bit of, and I hinted at it in a different video, a little bit of an umbilical hernia. Right in your little belly button, a little hole, or a little fat tissues coming out. Nothing too crazy of a protrusion, not giving me any irritation or pain or anything yet. More irritated that I keep poking it. But now it's something that I have to be conscious of in the future. Hasn't held me back at all yet. Had some great lifts with it already, so got to mentally kind of wipe that block off. But also some things that I haven't improved on that mentally are getting to me, or two other realms. I really kind of wanted to push that mobility stuff like Nick Aston did with the Javelin Anatomy guy on Instagram. So if you don't follow either of them, go check that out. They're really pushing some mobility stuff. I think mobility, I don't think it matters to the degree of maybe Nick's level is just, he's freaky mobile and strong in some really good positions. But I do think I don't think that matters. And this is personal opinion. I don't think that matters maybe so much towards being a phenomenal pro thrower, if I'm going to put it that way. But I do think that matters in longevity in life. And that's where it bothers me, is that I've not dedicated myself to that. As well as, like that matters, and trying to get out of some pain and fix some other issues that I've had this offseason. I've not done a good job, and that's where I get frustrated with it. My shoulder mobility sucks. If I squat with a straight bar, my arms have to be yay wide apart because the external rotation bothers me. I have very poor internal rotation in my right shoulder. It makes tucking a stone hard. So I'm I've got some mobility issues that I've not dedicated enough time to, and that's where it gets to me. And then tweaking little things, like this umbilical hernia. My left quad's not coming around. If I throw too much volume, my left shin gets this shin splint pain. I feel like I'm missing problems, and because of that, it makes more happen. So, writing this video to make it public, to try to write this video, recording this video to try to make it public that I'm focusing and trying to do a little bit better job. Hopefully it's just a little bit better and it doesn't become stressful. I'm gonna be real. Another thing I wanted to do November, December is cut down a little bit. Kind of the opposite. And I've done the opposite. Kind of the opposite of most people, kind of bulk in the wintertime. Well, the way I looked at it is I kind of wanted to cut now and then bulk through the season. Is what I want to do. Well, yeah, I've done really, really, really bad at that. So everybody has vanity. Everybody wants to look good. I think health matters. A little bit of cardiovascular exercise isn't going to hurt a thrower, but I also have a job I have to do that I think I'm slacking in my cardiovascular development side of it. As a firefighter, I need to do better for my job. So I hate rambling on these long videos. It's really just me talking, but maybe you're playing it in the background while you're doing something else and listening to it and something strikes a chord with you. I want to do better in a lot of different realms, and I'm trying to hold myself accountable, but I struggle to. If you're doing the same thing, if you go through the same battles, you're not alone. It is hard for me to mentally do all of that. Moving forward, at this point, goals are obviously longevity matters. Being healthy for the rest of my life matters, one. So that's where I do make decisions and take some days off here and there. Lately, also, I'll be honest, we've had some really rough nights at work, and I've had some really bad sleep nights. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, and then you add in little tweaks of injuries, little back tweak here, little this, that, and there. When it compounds on itself, it feels terrible. And then like I said, I hate taking the days off, so it even makes me feel worse. But you have to have those days off. And I've tried to plan actually some days off too on purpose, but doesn't mean I can't go sit around and stretch or just go walk around in a circle for a little while, get on a treadmill for 10, 15, 20 minutes and just walk just to get the blood flow a little bit. Those are the things that I get upset with myself when I don't do even those simple things on days off. So, plan moving forward is I'm almost to the new year. Really refocus in on the new year with a little bit of cardiovascular work. Not a lot, really not a lot. Enough to show some sort of a difference. I haven't been running since I messed up my quad. I'd like to get back to being able to jog. I know that's a weird thing to say. I could, but I just haven't because I know there's going to be some sort of imbalance there. And I don't want to exacerbate any issues with that. But I do walk a lot, or want to get back to walking more. Need to clean up your diet a little bit. And I'm basically going to tell myself, yeah, it's not going to do the best for the beginning of the season, but I'm going to cut through the first 3 months of the year. I'm going to commit to cutting. I've got a trip to Jamaica, so let's try to look the best I can for that. I might even throw some progress pictures up at the beginning of the year, you know what I'm saying? But getting to do mobility work, I really do spend on good days 20 to 30 minutes of doing different prehab, rehab, mobility type exercises, stretching out before a workout that I don't always put in the videos. Some days I do a very good job. Other days I'll roll in and throw weight on the bar right away. It's pretty bad. So committing to that stuff to try to prevent the injuries is something I have to make sure I do. I'm not that old, but my body's already acting old. So I've got to I definitely have run it hard. So doing those things to prolong the longevity and then keep pushing. We've got games already starting to line up for the year. So focus on that. And thanks for listening to me rant. And you hear people walking through the doors. So we'll see you next video. Hope y'all enjoy it. Thank you. Peace.